So my name is Elizabeth Chepkoech Tanui. I'm a Deputy Registrar serving in the Judiciary. I serve at the Commercial and Tax Division, but I'm also Deputy Registrar in charge of automation projects in the Judiciary. I'm a member of the Judiciary Committee on Elections. Yes, that is basic. Yes, so the Judiciary is also going to deploy technology in use of election dispute resolution. So what have we done? Currently, the Judiciary has deployed technology in respect to registration of cases. We have the case tracking system. We also have the e-filing system. The e-filing system is currently in use in Nairobi courts across the country. So what does the e-filing system do? The e-filing system enables litigants, enables lawyers to file cases from the comfort of their offices or even from their homes, so long as they have stable internet connectivity. So if you have stable internet connectivity, you do not have to travel to the registries across the country to file your case. You can do so online, so long as you have an e-filing account. You log in, you can register your case, you will then get an invoice which will enable you to make payments using the online payment platforms. Are we going to deploy technology for use in election dispute resolution cases? Yes, we are going to do so, and this will be done across the country. Currently, we have developed a system which will enable us to have cases registered across the country if you're filing an election petition or even an appeal in respect to an election petition. So what we are doing now is that we are training, we are sensitizing both the internal and external stakeholders. We are about to start sensitizing lawyers to enable them use that platform for purposes of filing their cases. So what does the system do? The system, of course, has enabled us to be efficient in terms of filing. It has also enabled us to reduce costs. You don't have to travel. We have used that even in disputes that arose during the primaries. 189 disputes that arose during the primaries were filed online and were dealt with online by the judges. So that is how the judiciary is using technology in election dispute resolution. So the use of appropriate technology is an important tool for our electoral processes. Why is that so? Because one, it reduces the risk of electoral malpractices. The other one, technology adds a layer of integrity and efficiency in our electoral processes. So the Constitution of Kenya and of course the Elections Act do provide for principles and standards for use of technology. So the technology that is supposed to be used should be one, simple, should be accurate, should be verifiable, should be secure, accountable. So what can we learn from the use of technology in the electoral processes? So let me first set the context. The context is that the Elections Act requires that the election body, that is the IEBC, uses technology for three purposes. One is biometric voter registration, that is the registration of voters. It also requires IEBC to use technology for purposes of electronic voter identification during the polling day, and more particularly for transmission of results, presidential results, to the tallying center and also to the constituency tallying center. So in the 2013 elections, what happened? After the 2013 elections, there were three petitions which were consolidated into one. One of the petition was revolving around the use of technology. And the petitioners in that petition were complaining that because of the failure to transmit results, the results that were declared were not valid. So what did the Supreme Court then say? At that time, the Supreme Court said that the Elections Act did not mandate IEBC to transmit the presidential results using technology. So IEBC had the discretion as to whether and how to use technology. It was not mandatory for them. And that is why the Supreme Court did not invalidate those results, because there was massive failure of technology that was used. But what then happened in 2017? Now, before 2017, the Elections Act was amended. When it was amended, there was an amendment to Section 39 and Section 44 of the Elections Act, which then made it mandatory for IEBC, the elections body, to transmit the declared results to the Constituency Tallying Center and to the National Tallying Center. So it was mandatory. The discretion was removed from IEBC. So when we did the elections, and then there was a petition, the petition revolved around the issue of transmission of results, and that IEBC had failed in transmitting the results. So because IEBC had not done so and did not demonstrate that they did so, the Supreme Court then nullified those elections. So that's the difference. The difference being that 2013, it was mandatory for IEBC. It was not mandatory for IEBC to transmit the election results. But in 2017, because of the amendment, it was mandatory for them to electronically transmit the results. The judiciary is prepared to handle elections. What we are doing currently is that judiciary, through the Judiciary Committee on Elections, is capacitating the judges and the judicial officers to handle petitions and also on emerging issues surrounding technology. So there have been a series of trainings, there have been a series of sensitization on the use of technology. For instance, we are aware and we expect that come 9th August, that the results from the polling station, the polling center, the presidential results will be transmitted electronically to 3 places. One, to the Constituency Tallying Center, to the National Tallying Center, and to the portal where the public will be able to view them real time. So we expect that at the end of poll, that the presiding officers will scan the declared result form. Once they have scanned it, they will be verified, of course, by the agents, but that scanned image will be transmitted to the National Tallying Center. We also expect that at the Constituency Tallying Center, the returning officers will also scan the collated Form 34B and transmit it to the National Tallying Center and also to the portal. So we expect that that is what will happen. And if it doesn't happen, then questions will arise as to why it did not happen.